season, new voices, and a richer narrative. Welcome to the season 2 of Virasat. Building on the success of season 1, this season brings fresh faces, deeper conversation with our esteemed alumni. Through their knowledge, guidance, and experience, we continue our mission of inspiring and guiding the students of FMS Baroda.
Success is not just about reaching the top, but it's about learning, experiences, and challenges that shape the journey. This quote perfectly reflects the incredible career of our esteemed alumnus from the 1989-91 batch of Faculty of Management Studies Baroda, Mr. Mukesh Asher, from his early days in corporate world to a remarkable 34-year journey at ONGC, where he superannuated as a general manager in production department, and his story is one of resilience, leadership, and continuous growth.
I, E.P. Gandhi,
And I, Shreyas Parmar.
welcome you all to the first episode of Virasat Season 2. To take this season forward, I would like to invite Mr. Aditya Dholakia, the representative of Alumni Relations Committee of Management Students Forum, to felicitate Mr. Mukesh Asher.
So let's begin this podcast. Diving into your academic journey. So my first question is, you are a mechanical engineering graduate. What led you to pursue a management degree in management from FMS Baroda?
Oh, I'm glad that you asked me this question. So it's not a very simple answer what you are expecting. The reason I became a MBA graduate, it's really very interesting. So after passing out, I did my BE mechanical from NIT Silchar, and immediately after I got out, I got a job in Parle Beverages. The job and company are very good, but I was posted at Hyderabad. So for 1 year I worked there as a shift in charge. So since I had passed around 4 years in hostel, I started feeling homesick. So I wanted something near my house. So I left the job. I came somewhere nearer. So I joined a job in Narmada Canal project. So basically it was a civil engineering job, but still since it was near my house, I accepted the job. Uh, that is a job, is a very tough job for me because basically it's a civil engineering job and I was a mechanical engineer. But I must tell you that the most I have learned, it was from that brief job that I did there. Very difficult. I had to set up the whole site. So the major lesson I took from that job was how to manage resources, and the most important resource, that is the human resource, because I had to control so many of the workers, so many of the drivers, and some engineers also in that process. Though I was a new person myself, but I learned so much. But after that, after some time I realized this is civil engineering company, मेरा इधर क्या काम है, मेरा इतना कोई इतना प्रोग्रेस होने वाला नहीं है. So I took up a job with another company, and that was a very good company. Like, it was a pure engineering company, Advani Orlecon Limited. So it was a monopoly project. They make this building equipments and nitros. So it was a nice job, and in my field only, I was in the sales and service department. क्योंकि वो टाइम पे क्या था, that was what was marketing. Marketing was just sales and service, nothing else. So I worked there. It was everything was smooth. But after 1 year, I started realizing that even though I'll get promotions and increments, I'll be doing the same job. And if I have to rise faster, then I'll have to add something like an MBA degree to my qualification. So again, the same thing. I did not want to go away very far from my house. So at that time, I think there were only 3 institutes in Gujarat, including IIM Ahmedabad. And fortunately, one of them was in Baroda, FMS Baroda. So I applied. I applied for the. We had an entrance exam at the time, entrance exam, and then we had that group discussion and interview. So I gave that. One fine morning, because I was posted at Surat, so I came from Surat. Fortunately, it was on a Sunday, so I didn't have to take any leave also, because उस time पे तो leave भी मिलना मुश्किल था. So I just appeared for the exam and just went back. So people started telling me, अरे यार बहुत difficult है, ऐसा नहीं मिलता है, लोग तो 6-6 महीने उसका कोचिंग करते हैं, तुम तो just आके चले गए. So I forgot it. मैं कहा नहीं मिलेगा. Fortunately, I got through. So that is how I started my MBA by default.
So, sir, can you share some anecdotes about your initial experience at FMS Baroda?
Oh yeah, I have some very funny memories with me. So let me tell you about what this our initial experience, the first experience that we had. Like we had this freshers program. So in the freshers program, one of the professors at that time was giving that introduction, and he had come from Delhi, and he was getting this difficulty in adjusting to Gujarat and all that. So right from the food like chole bhature and all that, what do aloo paratha, एंड यहाँ पे आके उसको वही खमन ढोकला काठिया फाफड़ा एंड भूसू तो ही वाज ऑलरेडी क्वाइट फ्लस्टर्ड एंड देन ही स्टार्टेड टेलिंग अस कि यहाँ तो लोगों के नाम भी कैसे होते हैं यू नो पीपल हैव नेम्स लाइक पोपट सो आफ्टर दैट व्हाट हैपेंड वन बाय वन वी हैड टू कम एंड इंट्रोड्यूस अवरसेल्फ तो जो फर्स्ट पर्सन जो आया अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस किया ही केम टू द माइक एंड ही सेड सर my name is Popat Patel. So then we all laughed like, and then that professor, yeah, he was so embarrassed. He said, sorry, yeah, मुझे मालूम नहीं था कि there is a real Popat Patel in the audience. So that's how we started the first experience in FMS. So we had fun like all through the years. We really had so much fun.
So my third question is, we believe that MSF got formed during your tenure. So can you tell about its formation and initial struggles about MSF?
Yeah, that is quite interesting. Like I think a lot of has been already discussed in the previous podcast, so I will not repeat those things and dwell on it. But let me try to add some more information which I think previously might not have been shared. Like so, this MSF का starting ऐसे हुआ that one of the professors he was interested that we form a management student forum, something a forum which can do such activities like placement and seminars and all that. But unfortunately, there was one more professor who was totally against it. Like he felt that such activities will take away from the main focus of academics. So he opposed it. But of course, स्टूडेंट्स की जब बारी आती है तो उनको तो पढ़ाई छोड़ के कुछ भी करने को मिले तो दे विल बी फॉर इट so ultimately it was decided that we'll go for this making this forum. So we made that forum. So but our dean sir at that time he was non-committal. He said I am not for it, not against. But one thing he made clear that हमारी तरफ से आपको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. Like there will be no finances, no help, nothing. You have to do it on your own. So even we did not have a room at the time also. So we operated from the common room. There was no finance, nothing. But then I think in a way it was a good thing also because that forced us to learn the ropes. सब कुछ हमने अपने आप किया तो सब कुछ सीखा हमने. Then we started to do something big. कि भाई अभी बना तो दिया लेकिन आगे क्या करें? So we decided to go for a national level seminar. वो छोटा मोटा सेमिनार है, national level seminar न्यू इरा न्यू बिजनेस उसका टाइटल भी दिया गया था. And then we said that उसको कोई there will be no small measures. So let us keep it in the 5-star hotel. At that time there was only one 5-star hotel in Baroda, that Welcome Group. And to conduct a seminar in a 5-star hotel in those days was a big deal. छोटी मोटी बात नहीं थी. तो प्लान तो कर दिया. अब सेकंड उसका सवाल आता है कि पैसे कहाँ से आएंगे, इतने सारे पैसे कहाँ से आएंगे. बट देन वी डिसाइडेड ओके अगर इंडस्ट्री के लिए हम कुछ कर रहे हैं इंडस्ट्री से लेते हैं. सो वी टुक आउट ए सोवेनियर एंड देन वी फॉर्म डिफरेंट टीम्स. सबको टारगेट दे दिया कि भाई जाओ आपको इतनी इतनी एडवर्टाइजमेंट लानी है, स्पॉन्सरशिप लानी है. सो वी वेंट टू द इंडस्ट्री. वी वर वेरी स्केप्टिकल. वी थॉट कि कोई देगा नहीं पैसा, ये बच्चे लोग क्या कर रहे हैं. बट फॉर्चुनेटली वी हैड अ वेरी गुड रेस्पॉन्स. मतलब आई थिंक दिस वॉज द फर्स्ट मैनेजमेंट. उस समय तो कोई ज़्यादा थी नहीं, ओनली कॉलेज थी. फर्स्ट सच सेमिनार विच वॉज बीइंग हेल्ड and we involved the industry. So they were happy that somebody was doing something for the industry, local industry and total industry by large. So they contributed very large heartedly. तो हमारे पास काफ़ी फंड्स आ गए. इतने फंड्स आ गए कि we could not only do the seminar very successfully, we had surplus money. And from the surplus money, we bought 3 computers and donated to the faculty. Like the faculty at that time did not have any computers. In those days, computer was a big deal. तो हमने 3 कंप्यूटर उस पैसे से डोनेट किए थे. And we were very happy. And after that, again we think next time we'll do it on a larger scale. So we jumped to Mumbai, जो उस समय बॉम्बे कहलाता था. And this time we had the second seminar in Hotel Sea Rock, Bandra, which is now what Taj Bandstand. तो दैट इज 5 स्टार लग्जरी होटल. तो हमने सेकंड सेमिनार वहाँ किया क्योंकि पहले का एक्सपीरियंस हो चुका था. तो दिस टाइम ऑल्सो वी कुड डू इट वेरी easily. So that's how MSF started.
So, sir, you joined ONGC after completing your MBA and you stayed with ONGC for around 34 years. So, would you like to brief your journey at ONGC?
Yes, the story behind my joining ONGC is also very interesting. Like after I completed my MBA, I had a couple of offers. Like one of them was from a company called Mastech, a software company, and they had a very good offer for me. Like they were going to send me to UK for 6 months training, and in those days it was a big deal going abroad for training. Then again, I also had offer from my previous company, Advani Orlecon, so they were ready to take me back at a higher position with a higher salary. And I had also applied for ONGC and I got through. But I was slightly skeptical about joining ONGC because it was a PSU, and generally in those days PSU were looked down at, and especially in MBA, we used to always study that PSUs are very inefficient, and private versus public sector debates were always going on. So I was not very keen on joining ONGC. But then one of my uncles, he sort of counseled me. He said that do not generalize and put all the public sectors in the same basket. Like ONGC is a very different company. It's a technology high company. People from IITs, IIM join there, and the working is not like other public sectors. Very efficient company, and of course, it was the best pay master, without saying it. So he said that don't take any hasty decisions. You join the company, take a trial. नहीं अच्छा लगा तो छोड़ देना, कौन सा तुम्हारा नुकसान हो जाएगा. So I took his advice. I think that was the best advice I received that time. And I joined ONGC, and the company is so good, like even welfare wise, work wise, it gives you a lot of liberty to operate. And again, it is the first Maharatna company of India, and that time it was the most profitable also, number one. So many years it has remained at the top. And in the 2000 again, it was the number one company in India, even by market capitalization. Like उस समय Reliance इतना आगे नहीं आया था. So I liked it. Then I stayed there for 34 years, and it has been a wonderful journey with ONGC.
So my next question is, you are a corporate trainer and were a in charge of skill development at ONGC. So can you tell about the transition from a production engineer to a corporate trainer?
Yeah, that is again also very interesting transition. Like I joined as a production engineer. So initially I worked in the production department. So it was a transferable job. So I worked at various places like Gandhar. Then I was posted at Mumbai offshore. Like we had to go to the offshore in helicopters. Like it's a very different kind of world, high technology world, and quite risky also, but it's an enjoyable job. Then Assam also I was posted. So all during all this time, somehow I developed a knack for training, and that was because I joined an organization known as JCs, Junior Chamber, it's known as. So there they focus on individual trainings, like they train the youngsters. It's the organization for the young people. They call it as individual development programs, training programs. So I became a trainer there. Then I got a certificate from JCI Institute USA also. So once I became a trainer, I started taking training in corporate companies, and I became a very successful trainer. So later on, I thought that since I am taking this training for other companies, why not I do the same for my own company? But though I was a production engineer, that had nothing to do with training. Like that is an HR job. So I designed a training program. Like it was based on that book, Seven Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. That book was released, newly released at that time. Now it is a very famous book, but उस समय नई नई आई थी market में. So I developed a 3-day program from that book, like 7 habits के ऊपर. Then I conducted this program in Ankleshwar project. Now that program was so successful and so well liked that the then chairman of ONGC attended this program, and he liked it so much that he forced the whole board of directors to attend the training. It's a big deal. Like एक youngsters का एक training program और वो भी board of directors chairman attend कर रहे हैं. They liked the program so much, then chairman issued orders that this program is to be given to every employee. So you start with Ankleshwar project. So we started giving to every employee this training, batches in batches. Then I was transferred to Bombay offshore. Now offshore job is a very tough job, and there are very limited people there, and there is a man-to-man relieving. Like एक आएगा तो ही आप relieve हो जाएगा. You cannot go just like आपको छुट्टी भी नहीं मिलती है. There we had a problem. Like we could not leave people for training. ट्रेनिंग वेनिंग के लिए भेजना होता है तो unless you get a reliever, we could not relieve them. तो reliever तो कहाँ मिलेगा जब तक उसका टाइम नहीं आएगा. So how to give training to those people who are being left out of the trainings? So I started training there only on the platform. Now that became very popular. People from other platforms also started coming there. So that is how I started training in offshore, and then ultimately I went to Assam, and then from Assam they found that I was a very good trainer, so I was made the in charge of skill development. So I was running the skill development center, and I designed lot of training programs and conducted it throughout India. Like ONGC is a very wide company, right from Jammu to Chennai and Kutch to Assam. It covers the whole country. So we got work centers in every place of India. Sub jagah work centers and a lot of employees. Like at the time we had around 45 employees, 45,000 employees. So it was a big job. So that is how I started giving trainings, become in charge of skill development.
Moving towards the next question, would you like to share about some innovative measures you have taken during your tenure at ONGC?
Like I did a project in Assam, which is considered to be the first CDM project of ONGC, and we were awarded by it was under UNFCCC, and we were awarded nationally for that project. Like I installed some gas compressors, which led to zero flaring. Like there is always some gas to be flared in a process plant, which we call it technical flaring. But nowadays it is said that बिल्कुल भी flaring नहीं होना चाहिए because they are national resources. एक बार जो national resources flare हो गए वो बाद में नहीं मिलते हैं. So with those compressors we brought down the flaring to zero, thereby saving the gas also, at the same time protecting the environment also. So this is a project recognized by UNFCCC under CDM projects, and we were awarded for that. So that was one thing innovative I did for my company. Then again during the COVID pandemic, you all know how the situation was. So the first thing to be axed was trainings. Classroom trainings were banned क्योंकि लोगों को इकट्ठा होना ही नहीं था. It was not allowed. So how do we conduct trainings then during that whole period? So I was given a task to conduct all this paperless. Like there was a lot of emphasis on being paperless nowadays because of the green initiative. You save the environment, you save the trees. So I designed the whole module in such a way that the training process, right from the stage where we put the whole yearly calendar online on our website, then every employee through the system can select 3 training programs in a year which they want to attend. They'll apply online only. The application will go to their CEO, but the certificate is generated online. Once you put the feedback, that certificate will be generated online, participation certificate. So this whole process is completely paperless, online. Not a single paper is generated. That is one of the initiatives.
So moving towards the next question, any specific advice for the young generation?
Okay. See, there is one thing I would like to tell you people, that always follow your passion. That is the most important thing. Like don't go after jobs which are high paying or with status or materialistic gains, but go after jobs, do the work which gives you happiness. अपने पैशन को ही अपना प्रोफेशन बना दो तो नथिंग लाइक इट. पैसा तो अपने आप आ जाएगा आपके पास. See, that is what I did. I was an engineer, but I enjoyed training. So people said it's difficult. यहाँ पे तो impossible है, कैसे तुम ट्रेनिंग दोगे, तुम्हारा डिपार्टमेंट ही अलग है. But somehow I managed to convert my passion into my profession and made it pay also. उसका मुझे पैसा भी मिलने लगा. तो आप लोगों के लिए जो नया जनरेशन है उनके लिए भी मैं एक ही एडवाइस दूंगा, that find out what you are happy doing. आपको किस चीज में सबसे ज्यादा मजा आता है. And see that if you can make it your profession and make yourself so much expert in that thing, that it starts paying. People pay you for that. Nothing like it. फिर आपको एक भी दिन ऐसा लगेगा नहीं कि आप काम कर रहे हो. काम आपको काम लगेगा ही नहीं. So what is better than that? अपना पैशन परसू करने का आपको पैसा भी मिल रहा है और पैसा मिलेगा आपको. If you're good at it and if you are really passionate about it, so that is one advice I'd like to give.
Which is about your past memories. So the first question would be like, so sir, if you were reunited again the same way, what would the conversation be about?
Uh, Actually, I don't think there will be any difference in the conversation. We are still like that only. So whenever we meet, what we used to do is every time we had a gathering, we used to pull each other's leg. And that was our favorite pastime. जो हमारा ग्रुप डिस्कशन हुआ था ना एडमिशन के टाइम पे दैट कंटिन्यूड फॉर 2 years एंड वी हैड वेरी हीटेड डिस्कशंस एवरी टाइम पुलिंग द तो आज भी हम यही कर रहे हैं तो आई डोंट थिंक इट विल बी एनी डिफरेंट हम वही करने वाले हैं जब एक दूसरे की टांग खींचने वाले हैं बिकॉज सबसे ज्यादा मजा उसी में आता है वी स्टिल लाइक all of us have reached some different some have become directors some have become MD also or whatever but whenever we get together we come to the same level and same khichai goes on. So I think we would like to have that kind of setup always. So why change?
It's wonderful to know about it, sir.
So now this picture looks pretty decent and full of life. Can you share something more about it?
Yeah, this is a reunion at one of our friends Meer's house, and this picture is the first reunion that we had after college. Like, so we kept it in a hotel. Like, so we really had fun at the time, like meeting everyone after so many years. Reunions are always fun.
So moving toward the next section, which is rapid fire now. So sir, first question is, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be?
If you're giving me that choice from a historical person, and then I think since I have been told that we are direct descendants of Rana Pratap, then I would like to have dinner with Rana Pratap. And I believe that people, the folklore says that he was more than 7 feet tall. तो मैं देखना चाहूंगा कि राणा प्रताप कैसे थे, उनके साथ खाना खाना चाहूंगा.
The next question is, what's one book that had a significant impact in your life?
Oh, there's so many books, no, had impact. Like you become what you read. But if I had to name one book, very difficult for me. Of course, Bhagavad Gita to hai, but that would become a cliche. So any other book I would like to mention, then that book would be Catch 22 by Joseph Heller. I must have read it n number of times, and each time I read it, I get a new meaning at a higher level. So I would recommend that book to everyone. It's a very humorous book. It's a satire actually. So you'll enjoy the book so much, but at every stage there is a lesson, there is a message. Basically, the book characterizes the world into around 15-16 characters, and very funny characters, exaggerated. But in real life, you'll find everywhere you'll find these characters. So it becomes very interesting. Whenever you go in the real world, कोई दिखता है तो आप कहेंगे अच्छा ये तो वही है, ये यूसारी and this fellow is Milo, something like that. So very interesting book.
Sounds very
Yeah, please read it if you get the time.
Definitely, sir. So, if you could switch your life for a day with anyone, who would it be?
Well, as such, I would not like to switch my life with anybody. I am happy myself, but if it's for one day, so there is no harm. So I think our Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
So what's your favorite hobby or activity outside of work?
See, मेरे हॉबी को तो मैंने अपना प्रोफेशन ही बना दिया. But apart from that, I like gardening. So I have a small patch at my house, small garden. So I get the maximum pleasure when I'm in the garden.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
A very difficult question, yeah. But okay, if I had that wish fulfilled, then I would not have like to have the superpower where any information at the tip at my tip like instantly. कोई भी information चाहिए मुझे चाहिए I can get it. That superpower. बाकी सब तो मैं अपने आप ले लूंगा फिर.
It is partially true now.
Right.
So, a habit or routine that has contributed to your success.
Invariably in the morning I have my prayer, like whether you like to call it prayer or something else, but I sit at the prayer place. And the first thing I do is express my gratitude for all that the universe has given me, and then I visualize what more I want, what I want to achieve, and that has helped me tremendously. Like I believe that my success is due to that only, that process, expressing the gratitude and visualizing what next I would like to do or achieve.
So, sir, what is one quality that every young professional should develop?
I think you should have a sense of humor. If you have a sense of humor, then it will pull you through the most difficult of times.
If you could go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self?
My younger self. ओह बहुत सारी चीजें बोलना चाहूंगा मैं. But one thing जो मैं बहुत जोर से बोलना चाहूंगा अपने आप को, that is stop procrastinating and do your work.
So, sir, one thing on your bucket list that you would like to take off?
I have a bucket list, sir. This is the time I've started taking it off also, because now I have a lot of time with me. First thing I would like to do, and that recently I'm going to do, is go on a Mediterranean cruise. We stops at major ports, and we have some time at the ports also, and enjoy the cruise also.
So, and my last question is describe alumni relations committee in one word.
One word. Yes. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It was amazing talking to you.
Thank you. It was also a great pleasure for me having connecting with you and my alma mater. Thank you very much.
Start.
That's a wrap on this episode of Virasat.
We hope you enjoyed this insightful conversation.
Stay tuned for more such stories to celebrate learnings, legacy, and leadership.
And don't forget to follow us and let us know your thoughts in the comment section below.
Until next time, keep the spirit of Virasat alive.
Thank you for watching.